Once upon a time, in the year of 2024, there was a boy. A fairly ordinary boy, who was born and raised in the Netherlands. And like many people, the boy had big dreams. But as his mama always said, big dreams stay big dreams, with your ass on the couch.
Okay, maybe she didn't. But it sounds like a cool quote, right?
Anyway, the boy aspires greatness, like Mike, Jordan, or PewDiePie's Minecraft series.
Game of all time, Minecraft.
And despite his fair share of bumps along the road, the boy decided to pursue his dreams and start a YouTube channel. But in his enthusiasm, he suddenly realizes he doesn't even own a proper camera. And thus says to himself, these videos are dog shit, but I just have to be patient until I save enough money to buy real equipment. And since the boy had a negative cash flow, spending his money in bars and God knows where, he tries to work with what he's got. In this case, his mobile phone, and the boy actually manages to record and upload some videos. Of course, this occasionally paired with the camera falling out mid-recording because his phone storage was full. And although at times he wanted to smash his phone with Thor's hammer, he didn't stop recording videos. Until after months of annoyance and cutting back, mainly on alcohol expenses, the boy finally saved enough money to buy his very first camera. It was a big expense and thus a big step, but the boy doubled down on his dreams and made the purchase. Of course he was on cloud 9, because this purchase meant he could create much higher quality videos. So he starts recording again, but now with his brand new camera. However, he quickly realizes he doesn't even own a proper light. And since light is crucial for video, this makes it pretty hard to create a good lighting environment when recording his videos. And thus the boy says to himself, these videos are dog shit, but I just have to be patient until I save enough money to buy real equipment. Fast forward 2 months and the boy buys his first light, which made recording videos in the early mornings when there was no natural light a lot easier. So once again, the boy starts recording, but this time equipped with his brand new light. But as the boy continues recording, he quickly realizes the camera he bought shoots in a particular small frame that isn't suitable for recording videos in small rooms, which his entire house only consists of. And thus the boy says to himself, these videos are dog shit, but I just have to be patient until I save enough money to buy real equipment. And this lens wasn't that expensive, so it was fairly quickly acquired. And you might think that the boy after this purchase is finally able to create this body of work that is absolutely magnificent. However, the boy didn't own a proper GPU, which is simply said something your computer needs if you do heavy editing on high quality video. And this limitation led him to minimize the use of visual effects, as his computer would repeatedly crash whenever he attempted to create a slightly cool edit in his post-production process. And thus the boy says to himself, these videos are dog shit, but I just have to be patient until I save enough money to buy real equipment. And after a while he buys the GPU and quickly starts recording again. But then the boy realizes he wants action shots. These videos are dog shit, but I just have to be patient until I save enough money to buy real equipment. Again, saves a lot of money and buys his equipment. Then decides he needs better audio, hard drives for backup, software for professional edits, accessories, domains, even more software, and more accessories. Until after years, suddenly the doorbell rings and the boy receives a package containing the final puzzle piece for his ultimate dream setup. But before we get there, we need to take a couple of steps back. You see, the loop continued for what seemed like forever, but eventually the boy bought his first full-frame camera.
I saved for this for such a long time and it finally arrived. I'm so nervous as well.
But with all the autistic noises aside, a good camera without a proper lens is like buying a ticket to one of the new Marvel movies. As in, it gets you all. So the boy said to himself one last time, these videos are dog shit, but I just have to be patient until I save enough money to buy real equipment. And roughly a year later, the package arrived containing his final puzzle piece, which was his very first professional lens.
Okay, so... Wow! Look at this! Wow. Wow. It looks clean. Shouldn't it click? Okay. Yeah! It's so big! That's what she said, but... Wow! Literally, look at the size difference. This is me, and this is every other YouTuber. I cannot wait to shoot a video with this.
And after the vocabulary of the boy was reduced to just one word...
Wow. Wow. Wow.
At last it felt as if the setup was truly complete. But the boy quickly realized... No, wait a second. Suddenly the boy realized that he had fulfilled his dream setup. And at this point, he actually had it all. And while it brought a feeling of satisfaction, at the same time, the boy felt absolutely terrified.
Okay, so as you saw, I've been realizing I've been on this pursuit of equipment for the last 3 years. And because I was on this journey, I've always said to myself that it was okay that my videos weren't great. I didn't have the camera, I didn't have the light, I didn't have the audio, and I didn't have the perfect lens. But now suddenly, after all these years, I do. And it's fucking terrifying. And let me try to elaborate this. I feel like going to college or school is pretty similar to this feeling. Because when you're going to college, there's literally zero pressure for you to do anything with your life. Because you're still a student and you're still learning. And when somebody asks you what you're doing with your life and you answer that you're studying, that's a total acceptable answer. But when you finish school, you don't have an excuse. Now you suddenly have to do something with your life, because sitting on the couch is not an acceptable answer. It feels like you've been on this playground for the last couple of years and now suddenly you're not allowed anymore. You actually have to do something with your life, and you realize that society actually expects something from you. And that terrifying feeling is how I feel about this journey. I always had an excuse to not be a great filmmaker, but frankly, now I don't. I graduated, the lights are on, and I need to step on stage and perform. And to be honest, it's pretty terrifying, and I struggled really hard to know what to do next. But I think that lowering the pressure on myself really helped a lot. So for me that meant not making this huge 6 months project and putting this huge amount of pressure on myself and the video, but just practicing with the new equipment, making a new video, getting better, and just move on. And I think a similar approach could also be applied to finding a job or knowing what to do after graduation. Just don't put this huge amount of pressure on this one internship or job. If it feels good, definitely go for it, but don't look at it as a marriage. If it sucks or you're absolutely miserable at a job, dump that shit and move on. So for me that means that if this video absolutely stinks, I'll just look at it and say to myself, okay, what can I learn from it and what's my next video idea? Just know that one miserable job doesn't make buying the equipment a waste of money, or spending your time in school a waste of time. And I think that's it. I'm not really sure what the purpose was of this video. I hope it was somehow entertaining or nice to look at, or maybe you learned something from it, but I think that's all I got. Yeah, that was the video. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.